As some of you know, around this time of year, our family sends a family Christmas letter to friends and family to let them know how things are on our side of the planet. And in 2012, when my mother passed away, that was the last time I sent a family letter. I decided I was going to go ahead and try to send one again this year. But it was hard to come up with words for another letter. So I went back and looked at some of the letters that I had written in the past to see if I could be inspired this year. And I came across a couple of letters that I want to share. Old letters. One was written in 2003, and it was written in the voice of our daughter Abigail. She was going to be turning 2, and the letter is written as though she wrote it herself. About 6 weeks after we sent this letter out, we received a reply from my Uncle George in Florida. Both of these letters, I believe, are priceless, and I want to share them with you. Some of you may still have them, but I'm going to go ahead and read Abby's first. Dear friends and family, I just wanted to give you an update on me. That picture that's enclosed, well, that's me, Abigail Rose Joy Carey. I'll be 2 years old on August 28th. Can you believe that? My mommy and daddy can't. I mean, it seemed like just yesterday that I was just small enough to fit inside mommy's laundry basket. Now look at me. I'm 34 inches tall, I weigh about 30 pounds, and I'm wearing a size 8 shoe. I sure don't fit in the laundry basket anymore. I'm talking a lot these days, too. I ask questions, and I know how to answer mommy and daddy when they ask me questions like where my nose is or where my ears are, and I know most everybody's name now. Some are still a little hard to remember, but I'm getting there. Mommy and daddy will tell you that I'm into everything, but that's not true. I just like exploring. The other day I was exploring in the guest bedroom, and I broke an antique lamp and a crystal frame mommy and daddy got as a wedding gift. I tried to explain that I was just exploring, but they didn't understand. I'm not allowed to explore in that room anymore. Mommy has had to replace 8 tubes of lipstick, 1 blush stick, and a concealer stick. I can't explore in the bathroom anymore either. I don't know what the big deal was. I thought that Bob and Wendy the builders needed a little makeover. You know, that Wendy sure is homely. I help mommy around the house sometimes, like I help her push the hampers back to the bathroom after she does the laundry, and I put my toys away like a good girl. I know where the cookie jar is, and sometimes she'll let me get my own cookie. Before she knows it, I'll be able to reach that cookie jar, and she won't have to pick me up anymore. I'm still not potty trained, but I know what the potty is. I just need to remember what I'm supposed to use it for. I like to sit on it before mommy puts me in the bathtub, but I still haven't actually gone in it. I'm eating by myself now. Sometimes, though, I have a problem finishing all my food, so I'll play with it for a little while, and then when I'm tired of doing that, I feed it to Booger. Or just throw it up in the air and fling my bowl across the room along with my bib. I think it's hilarious when I do it, but mommy isn't very amused. In fact, I heard her telling Mama the other day that it's a miracle she hasn't lost 50 pounds yet, because I never let her finish a meal. I think that's a little blown out of proportion. Don't you? I mean, she can finish eating first and then clean up after the mess. Nobody told her to get up and clean while she was eating. I'm sorry, I digress. Anyway, I just wanted to catch you up on little old me. Daddy says I'm growing like a weed, and I guess that's a good thing. I hope you'll keep Mommy, Daddy, and me in your prayers. Mommy says that we need all the prayers we can get. Bye now, Abigail. Well, as I said, about 6 weeks later, we received a reply from my Uncle George in Florida. And it was unexpected, and at the same time, one of the most wonderful letters I'd ever received. And he wrote the letter to Abigail. So I'm going to read it for you now. Those of you who know my Uncle George know that he's a real character. Well, he was a real character. And he'll be missed around Christmas tables this Christmas season. But just reading this letter, just remembering this time in our lives, it's just really a wonderful feeling for me. And I hope that you enjoy this reply that he sent to Abigail. Hello, Abby. We got your letter today and loved every word of it. I'm glad to see that Mommy loves you so much that she leaves her good lipstick right where you can reach them so that you can show her and Daddy how talented you are. I bet Daddy loves the paintings you make on the walls. I know it's not your fault that the stuff got all over your hands and you had to wipe them on the wall. After all, what were you supposed to do? Some mommies just don't understand. I must tell you about the painting I made for my father when I was about your age. He was getting ready to paint the house, and he mixed the paint in a 5-gallon can the night before. And like your mommy, he left it just where I couldn't miss it. The next day, when I got up, I walked right to the paint, and to my surprise, I saw this can full to the rim with the most beautiful yellow paint. The moment I saw it, I knew he had left it there just for me. There was no way I could pass by it without putting my hands in up to my elbows, and I did. And what happened to you happened to me. That dumb stuff got all over my hands. So like it happened to you, I had no other choice. I had to wipe them on the wall. When my father saw what I had done, he was so pleased to see it, he almost killed me. But it felt so good to do it that it was worth the beating I got. I'm 71 years old and still remember. The good thing about it is that I didn't fall head first into that can. Had I fallen into it, I wouldn't have ever met you. So listen, my love. Whenever your mom leaves lipstick for you to play with, do it and have fun with it. I'm happy to know that you are learning so many new things. Don't worry too much about the potty thing, because it's something you'll be doing at least once a day for the rest of your life, so you'll have plenty of time to learn. I bet your daddy loves you so much that he doesn't care how many paintings you make on the walls. Love you, Uncle George. So I hope that blessed you, because remembering it, rereading it, 13 years later, it still feels as wonderful as it felt the first time I read it. Merry Christmas.